This YCN segment is brought to you by LaValley Building Supply and Middleton Building Supply.
Welcome back, YCN Sports Talk. Jeremy Stout, Andrew Zerhide. We continue with the NFL, and let's first get into the opening week of NFL. I don't know how much you watched. I watched a little bit of it. A couple games Monday night. Obviously, the Patriots game Thursday. Yep. They were showing the Jets and Bills, which was a horrendous game. Packers and Seahawks, which you thought would be a good game, but wasn't that good.
Yeah.
Kind of some lackluster efforts in the NFL. Is that just okay? Whatever, it's over, or is it because there's not enough preseason time? What's the reasoning, and is it really a big deal?
I don't think it's a big deal. I think it's just week one. These guys coming back. I think a lot of teams this season rested a lot of starters.
They did.
So a lot of guys who really hadn't played at all, that was their first time playing this season. So I think it's going to pick up. There were a ton of running backs and quarterbacks who didn't have great days. It was kind of lackluster offense all around,
right.
Besides the Chiefs.
Right, yeah.
But, I think week 2 and 3 it's gonna ramp up, and we're gonna get some better games. Definitely, hopefully a better Sunday. Definitely.
And you're right. The Chiefs were the only team that really came out with a lot of offense.
Yeah.
One team that I think a lot of people were bullish on at the beginning of the year, but then with the Andrew Luck situation, him getting hurt, they kind of took a step back. How bad is this team going to be with Andrew Luck or without Andrew Luck? It doesn't look like he's going to play this week, but even if he does play, they got no offensive line, they can't protect him, they have no defense. They got their doors blown off, and they're already, I think, like 7-point underdogs this week against Arizona at home. So this Colts team could be pretty bad. Yeah,
it could be a struggle for them this year, and even if Luck returns, like you said, the offensive line, I think he's gonna have to really watch out for guys trying to knock him out.
Right.
It's going to be tough for him to lead this team. I don't see the Colts being very good this season,
Okay, and any other surprises on the field, off the field that stuck out to you? Or was it just like I said, the Seahawks and Packers sluggish game, nothing special. But anything else that you saw?
I thought the Cowboys looked pretty good against the Giants.
They
did. The Giants, I think, without Odell, I think they're kind of a vulnerable team. Hopefully... I think a lot of people thought the Giants were going to be really good this year, and I think they are going to be good. But the Cowboys, it's going to come down to Ezekiel Elliott, right? And I think that suspension.
Yeah, what's going to happen with that? Because it looks like the NFL's trying to get a stay on the stay and an injunction on this, and if you don't have a lawyer here to explain it, then it's kind of confusing. But it looks like they're going to try and hold off the appeal and get him suspended. But is that going to happen? It looks, I think at this point, he's probably going to play this entire season.
Yeah, that's what I think. I think it's going to be similar to the Deflategate, the Brady situation, where he appealed and then was able to play the full season and then got the suspension the next year. I think that's probably what's going to happen. He's going to have to serve that time, those games off eventually, but this year he's definitely going to play, and that gives the Cowboys a huge boost. Definitely.
Right. Yeah, exactly, because I thought the Giants would win that division. Based on possibly Ezekiel Elliott losing some time. But we'll see what happens there. The Giants have another big game this week. They're at home against the Detroit Lions on Monday Night Football, so that'll be a big one. They can't fall to 0-2.
Right.
Okay, let's get to the Patriots game. They travel to New Orleans. They get the extra time. New Orleans didn't look that good against the Vikings. And I know the Saints are always that traditional team where they play much better at home. They're in a dome. They go on the road. And even though Minnesota is a dome, they just don't play that well on the road. First week, jitters aside, whatever you want to call it, the Patriots going to bounce back this week? Is Belichick going to get them in shape? Or is it, this could be another tough game? We can't just say, it's a team that doesn't have a defense, we can beat them. Or is it going to be a fight?
I think it's going to be a tough game, but I do think the Pats will pull away and win this one. A lot of the new players on the Pats, you have to think that game 1 at Gillette, the first game of the year after winning the Super Bowl. It's kind of a big atmosphere, a lot to live up to. So I think maybe an away game will help the Pats, these new players, not having to perform in front of their home fans, and maybe try to prove something to the away fans, the Saint fans. I think it's going to be a good game. I think Drew Brees will do well, but I do think the Pats will pull away in the end.
Right, and I think, I definitely think the Patriots win this game. Yeah. Spoiler alert there, but I think Drew Brees even though he looked a little lackluster this past week, I think he'll find some weapons, and Adrian Peterson will kind of get his legs going. And the Patriots' defense still, like you said, has some question marks. Malcolm Butler, Stephon Gilmore, the second level with linebackers, Hightower. So I know a lot of people want to say, "Oh, Belichick will get him into shape, and they'll take care of the Saints, no problem." But I think it could be a little closer than we think.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think it could, at least in the first half, be similar to that Chiefs game. I don't think they're nearly as good as the Chiefs, but I think the first half is going to be competitive, definitely. But in the third, like the Pats do a lot, that kind of halftime adjustment, I think in the third they're going to pull away, and the defense will start to get to Drew Brees. But I think in the end it'll be an easy Pats victory, but the first half is going to be...
Right, it'll be close, and then hopefully pull away at the end. Yep. All right, we'll take our final break. When we come back, we'll talk some college football, local college football, and then we'll head to the board to make our Salt Hill Pub picks of the week. We'll take a break. You're watching YCN Sports Talk.